What is up, my fellow degenerates? We're back. It's AJ Locks with the Wednesday, January 31st NBA Prize Pick plays. Going over some early picks with you guys. These are two early picks. I love these plays. I love these matchups. Let's check it out. So, guys, we're trying to bounce back here. We went 1 for 2 yesterday. That is not good enough. But we're going to look for these bounce back plays, and we're going to look for these matchups. And guys, the first play that we're going with is we're actually going to take Jonas Valanciunas over PRA here against the Houston Rockets. So he's gone over this in 3 out of his last 5 games, and even when he misses this line, he is just outside of this line. His last game, he was facing a very, very tough Boston Celtics defense, debatably the best defense in the NBA. And I think he has a more favorable matchup against this Houston Rockets team. Now, the reason why I like to target centers against the Rockets is because Sengun is the Rockets' I would say he's their best player, but he's definitely their most consistent player. And so I think they try to target him early in the game to try to get Sengun into foul trouble. So I think that Valanciunas is going to be very active in this game. Valanciunas has gone up against the Rockets twice already this season. Where's that first game at? So here on December 23rd, he finished the game with 10 points, 11 rebounds, and 5 assists, which clears this line. And then he also played them on November 10th, where he played 29 minutes, scored 15 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists. Once again, going over this line. So I love this matchup against the Rockets and Sengun. And here's something that I think is wild. Valanciunas has played 10 career games against Alperen Sengun, and he has gone over this 23.5 PRA line in 9 out of the 10 games that he's played. So he's only not hit this over in 1 game, and that was back in 2022 where he scored 8 points, 4 rebounds, 1 assist on 2 of 7 shooting. So I absolutely love this line. Like I said, I think they're going to go after Sengun here in this game, trying to get him in early foul trouble. And I think a lot of this game is going to be played in the paint as well. So I think there's going to be plenty of rebound opportunities in this game. He's averaging right at 14 points and 10 rebounds, which that alone is over this 23.5 point line. And he's averaging 2 assists as well. So I love this line. I think this is an excellent value here. We're taking the over. The second play that we're going to go over, guys, is we're actually going to take Wendell Carter. And we're going to take his over 10.5 points against San Antonio. So he's only hit this in 2 out of his last 5 games, but don't get caught up in all this red right here. I love this matchup against San Antonio. As you guys know, San Antonio is debatably the worst team in the NBA, and their defense has been just playing atrocious. So far, Carter's averaging 11 points per game so far this year. And the last 2 games where he was just outside of this line, he just wasn't very efficient. He's typically a pretty efficient scorer, shooting 51% or 52%, I should say. But last game, he played 29 minutes, which was plenty of minutes, and he only shot 2 for 7 in this game and 1 for 4 from 3. But he finished with 9 points. So that was just outside of this line, even on a poor shooting night. You guys know I love looking for these bounce back plays. And this 7 field goal attempts was his least field goal attempts in his last 8 games. So not only do I think the field goal percentage is going to bounce back against the Spurs, but I also think that the field goal attempts is going to bounce back as well. The Spurs are 26th in the NBA in opponent points per game and 121. So I think there's going to be plenty of scoring here. The RotoWire projections for Carter's points in this game is 12.8. So I love this projection. I don't always like to look at the projections, but whenever I feel good about a play, I like to look for external sources of reference to sort of validate how I'm feeling about a play. So, RotoWire's feeling the same way about this one. And also something to keep in mind for this matchup is Zach Collins is day-to-day, and he's questionable to play Wednesday. So if he doesn't end up running, I think that is even more beneficial for Wendell Carter, especially whenever Wembanyama is off the floor. He's going to be able to just dominate this paint. He's going to, I love this spot for him. I love this matchup. But that's the two plays, guys. Let me know what you guys think about these picks. If you guys have some favorite picks for this Wednesday slate, I would love to hear them. And as always, guys, if you like these plays, let's lock them in. Good luck, and let's get this bread.